Mike Moore Media, the first place to hear Rockingham County news and information.
Rockingham County Today is sponsored by Tire Max Total Car Care. 6 Triad locations, including Madison and Eden, open Monday through Friday. There's been another fire in Madison, the second one in 2 days. It was at 231 Madison Beach Road off K Fork Road, a single-wide mobile home. Fire Chief Jim Ritchie told me there was heavy smoke and fire when crews arrived yesterday morning. 2 people were taken to the hospital. Lots of comments on social media about others who may have been inside, but nothing official. State and county fire investigator units are expected to release a statement soon. Tuesday afternoon, 1 person died in a house fire at 405 Wooten Street off NC 704. Reidsville Police Department arrest report. Edward Nathaniel Reese, 56, Nunley Road, Pelham, driving while impaired. Michael Clifton Nugent, 40, Ridge Road, Mayodan, probation violation and failure to appear. Bradley Lynn Durham, 25, Greensboro, and Bradley Jordan Smith, 24, Pleasant Garden, resisting arrest. Michael Lewis Cassie, 66, Lindsay Street, Reidsville, communicating threats. Police responded to an aggravated assault at Walmart Tuesday night in the parking lot. A photo of a vehicle involved in that incident is posted on their Facebook page. Old Leakesville was the first shopping center in the region back in the late 1700s. Now Uptown Eden, with more than a dozen new businesses in the last several years, and 2 using the new branding. Uptown Pharmacy is having a ribbon cutting and grand opening today, starting at 11, with refreshments and giving away a 55-inch Roku TV. Owner Corinne Brooks has years of experience as a pharmacist in the Eden area. Uptown Pharmacy is at 901 Washington Street. On the other end, Uptown Tavern at 613 Washington Street is now under construction with beer, wine, a full liquor bar, pizza, steaks, burgers, and fries, open front, and 1,500 square foot back patio. Uptown Tavern will be open in August. Halo Salt and Yoga opened last week. Magnolia Long Arm Quilting and Bluebell Makers Market will be opening by the end of this month. Starting today, Eden Fire Department will be flushing hydrants in the Central and Draper areas for about 2 weeks. Discoloration can be alleviated by running taps until clear. Now, Rockingham County weather, mostly sunny to sunny. High today 70, Friday 75, Saturday 77, Sunday 64. Low tonight 45, tomorrow 58, Saturday night 47, Sunday 37. Triad record highs and lows on this day: 90, 1945, 20, 1916. Get current weather information anytime at mikemore.media, along with Rockingham, our live stream 24-hour weather camera, sponsored by Heat and Air Controllers. You can depend on them for year-round comfort, whatever the weather. Looks like another Lane's Day. We seem to be having more of those recently. Yes, I'll be stopping by Lane's Family Pharmacy to pick up a couple of things for Annette. We started going to Lane's when they opened back in 2001, and glad to recommend them to you. For county-wide delivery, Monday through Saturday, call 336-627-4600. And there's a convenient drive-through. Lane's Family Pharmacy is on Highway 14 Eden, locally owned and operated.
AutomotiveMap.com presents the Sports Flash on Mike Moore Media. The NCAA men's basketball tournament gets in full swing today. 8th seed North Carolina squares off with 9th seed Marquette. That's a 4:30 Eastern tip-off. The winner advances in the East Regional. They'll take on either top seed Baylor or 16th seed Norfolk State. South Regional action, 14th seed Longwood takes on 3rd seed Tennessee. It's a 2:45 Eastern tip-off. The winner will face either 6th seed Colorado State or 11th seed Michigan in the South Regional. Friday night, 7:10 Eastern tip-off. 2nd seed Duke against 15th seed Cal State Fullerton. The winner will advance advance in the West Regional to take on either 7th seed Michigan State or 10th seed Davidson. The Wildcats and Spartans tip off at 9:40 Friday night. NHL tonight, the Hurricanes visit the Maple Leafs. Carolina on top of the Metropolitan Division. They have points in 8 of 10. For lightning fast sports updates, download the Score app. It's free and one of the most popular sports apps in North America. That's the Sports Flash. Chuck Sanders, Mike Moore Media.
Podcast preview. Janice Stillman, editor of the Old Farmer's Almanac Garden Guide. Hot off the press. Oh, this is really nice. She and I have talked dozens of times through the years. That'll be available on all of our major podcast platforms around 9:30 this morning. I love to stop by Oyster Creek on the Boulevard in Eden to see what's new. Was there a couple of days ago. My friends Aaron and Renee Thomas were showing me those great-looking Moorhead Panthers Mid-State 2A champions, McMichael Baseball and Holmes Golf Team shirts. They're very nice. At Oyster Creek, they create the best custom apparel, T-shirts, hats, team uniforms, and dozens of personalized promotional products. They're on the Boulevard in Eden. I know you'll be well pleased with their quality work. On Facebook, Oyster Creek Enterprises, Inc. Now the community calendar, sponsored by Night Owl National Stoneworks in Eden. Granite, quartz, and marble for commercial and residential. Downtown Madison Merchants, St. Patrick's Day celebration this evening, 6 till 10. Music night at the Spencer Penn Center tomorrow. Just Cause Bluegrass Band at 6:15, $5 donation, concessions. Bingo fundraiser for the Sandy Ridge Community Center, NC 704, Saturday. Doors open at 6, games start at 7, concessions, lots of prizes from local merchants. Alan Bybee in Grasstown, homecoming concert with the Churchmen at Sandy Ridge Elementary School, Saturday at 6, $20, children under 6 free. The Grassifieds will be playing at Fairview Rueton Club Galax Saturday night, 7:30. Revival, Grace Baptist Church, Highway 87 Eden, starting Sunday at 6, all next week at 7. Saturday the 26th, spaghetti dinner at 5, followed by a message. Western Rockingham Chamber of Commerce wedding extravaganza at Autumn Creek Vineyards, Sunday, March 27th, 2 to 5. Caterer, florist, photographer, bridal fashion show, and giveaways. Tickets $5. Announcements are made free on the community calendar. You'll find an expanded calendar, lots more listed at mikemore.media. Now today's Consumer Report, sponsored by shoprockinhamcounty.com.
The Labor Department reports the Producer Price Index, the cost incurred by companies that make things, went up 10% in February. Making matters worse, the government's revised January PPI was up 10% as well. Economists say most businesses will pass those higher costs on to consumers. The number of new COVID-19 cases reported in the U.S. had been dropping each day for weeks, but that trend suddenly reversed itself this week. The COVID-19 tracking project at Johns Hopkins University reported more than 55,000 new cases Monday, about 18,000 more than the same date last year. Honda and Toyota have emerged as favorites in U.S. News and World Report's annual list of best family cars. This year, the publication evaluated 96 vehicles and named winners across 9 categories. Honda placed 4 models in the winner circle. I'm Mark Huffman. Learn more at consumeraffairs.com.
It's National Corned Beef and Cabbage Day. Oh, that sounds good. And be sure to wear something green. Today in history, 0461. Bishop St. Patrick died in Saul, Ireland. 1910, the Campfire Girls organization was founded. 1930, construction began on the Empire State Building. Closer to home, 1944, this day, this is some good trivia. Actor Charlton Heston, who had just completed basic Army training in North Carolina, married Lydia Marie Clark in Greensboro. She was an actress, his only wife. They had 2 children. She died just 3 years ago. He died in 2008. Now, let's see who's celebrating. Here are the birthdays for St. Patrick's Day. Harrison Terry, Justin Smith, Glenda Hudson, and my friend and our webmaster, Albert Cardwell in Mayodan. Happy birthday to all of you today. Albert Cardwell, Glenda Hudson, Justin Smith, and Harrison Terry. Have a name for the birthday club? Let me know. Text it to 336-932-1881. On this program all during the week, I have the birthdays on Monday, Sunday, and Monday names, on Friday, Friday, and Saturday names, and then tomorrow we'll have a recap of all of the week, and we'll have a drawing and a nice prize package from a good group of Eden merchants. So get those names in. The person you tell me about could be our lucky winner this week. Some big name birthdays: Rob Lowe, 58, Kurt Russell, 71, Gary Sinise, 67, Patrick Duffy, 73.
Here's author Philip Gully with today's Front Porch Tale.
If a well-intentioned person says to you, "Now it's none of my business, but if that were my child, I would," please, for the sake of our Lord, stifle your impulse to choke them. Before our first child was born, my wife and I read several books about parenting. When Spencer arrived, we discovered just how useful those books can be, particularly for chewing on. When our second son, Sam, was born, my mother came to help. She's a smart woman who reads quite a bit. She had just read a book about parenting and was eager to share her knowledge. Spencer, then 2 years old, threw a tantrum while Mom was with us. I hadn't slept for 2 days, and after an hour of crying, mine, not his, I gave Spencer what he wanted. "Boy, that was a mistake," Mom warned, and she proceeded to tell me that if Spencer gets what he wants by throwing a fit, there's no telling where he'll end up. Probably in Congress, I told her. Mom even had advice about sleeping. She advised us to have baby Sam lie on his back to prevent crib death. But someone else said they should lie on their stomachs for the same reason. So to be safe, I built a rotisserie crib. Be sure to pray that your child escapes the usual infant ailments, because giving up vacation time to watch your kid is a real drag. But also because advice givers come out of the woodwork when they catch a whiff of sickness. Surprisingly, many people spoke about the curative power of whiskey in small doses, so I tried it, but it only made me lightheaded and woozy. The Bible offers parenting advice. It speaks of sparing the rod and spoiling the child. Some folks think this means spanking your child, but the psalmist speaks of a rod which gives comfort. So it really has more to do with gentle guidance. I believe I've got this advice thing figured out. It isn't that we think we know more than the parents. It's mostly about lending a hand with something as neat as raising a child. It's the same principle behind planting a tree. 20 years later, we come upon it and delight that we had a part in its growing. So when folks start telling you how to raise your child, don't think of them as busybodies, but as tree planters. That way, if your little sapling goes bad, you'll have someone else to blame.
Front Porch Tales, a collection of stories by author Philip Gully, is available from Multnomah Publishers.
I'm finishing today with an Irish blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of His hand. Thank you, friends, for listening. I really appreciate that. Hope you have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. And remember to count your blessings.